heard today, Damar Hamlin is returning to the NFL. The Buffalo Bills safety has been cleared to return to the field. Well, joining us now via Zoom is Dr. Gordon Tomaselli. He is a past volunteer president of the American Heart Association and professor of cardiology at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine in the Bronx. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor. And we now know what we witnessed with Damar on that field was called commotio cordis. Can you explain what that is and if there are particular risk factors?
Great. It's great to be with you. So commotio cordis literally means agitation of the heart. And it is a very fast, very irregular heart rhythm that's precipitated by a blow to the chest, like Damar probably received during that event, during the game. Oftentimes we see it in younger athletes who are hit by baseballs or hockey pucks, and it takes a blow to the chest of exactly the right intensity, in exactly the right location, of exactly the right type, and importantly, at exactly the right time during the cardiac cycle. Now, this can happen to anybody, and in fact, most often happens to people with absolutely normal hearts. So if the chain of survival is taken care of, and that is somebody has gotten recognized as having this arrhythmia, gets CPR and gets defibrillated quickly with a nearby automatic external defibrillator, generally they recover and they can return to their usual activities, which is what I suspect has happened with Mr. Hamlin.
Well, and that's what I want to ask you. As a cardiologist, are you surprised that this young man has been cleared to return to the NFL?
Again, I haven't examined him, but if his cardiac examination and testing looks to be normal, then no, I'm not surprised, because typically this is the way things will happen with commotio cordis. That is, it happens in people with normal hearts, and it's a very rare, very unusual event, and people usually aren't unlucky enough for it to happen repeatedly. So I'm not surprised that he's returning to his usual activities. His usual activities are quite unusual because he's an NFL football player, but I see no reason why he can't return as long as his evaluation has been unremarkable.
Everything about this, I think, though, was remarkable. We know the response was remarkable and rare. Have you been heartened to see the nationwide response in terms of so many people now learning to perform CPR?
Yes, I have been. We have a chain of survival that actually allows people who have out-of-hospital cardiac arrest to survive. That chain of survival has two very important early links. One is recognizing that somebody is down and has a problem. And number two is learning basic cardiac life support, which includes what you're seeing here, that is CPR, chest compressions, as well as knowing and using automatic external defibrillators, AEDs, when they're necessary to convert people from potentially lethal heart rhythm disturbances back to normal heart rhythm.
Well, we've all been taking a lesson in that, and I think especially parents who have children out they're on these ball fields playing football or playing baseball, but a great warning and heads up for all of them, Doctor.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Let's turn